Do, 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 do. Mm, mm. Have it your way. Okay. Let's see. Gotta make it public. Why is it not public? There we go. Okay. There we go. Should be good. Send out. Caleb Richards, what's up? How's it going? I just had my drink. Where'd it go? Oh. I'll get it in a second. What's up, Foxy Gamer? Yeah, I know. Should be fun. Brooke Barnes, the usual coming in. Thank you, Brooke. I am here, says Carl. Nice. Yeah, this should be. I have a few fun things planned for this stream. I am planning to make some content out of it. Yeah, but yesterday was my 7-year anniversary for YouTube, and I worked, unfortunately, but today I'm off. And yeah, just want to hang out with you guys. So, yeah, I got a few fun things planned. We can just hang out and chat too, whichever the case may be, whatever you guys want. The few things I have fun planned, I was actually going to rank every single opening of My Hero. And I actually had a sheet ready with all the images and stuff, so that should be a lot of fun. And I'll probably record that section and then upload it as like its own video, so you guys will get to kind of be in the video in a weird way. Because I wonder what's going to happen. I think the first page. Yeah, I mean, it depends how much of a fight a skeptic can put up, I guess, you know? Because we haven't really seen that man do combat. So, yeah, rankings. Should be fun. Jacob Orion Carrion. Welcome. How's it going? Yeah. 7 years, man. Like, I started YouTube when I just turned 21. Really weird. Time flies. And I was also in a really crappy, like, small room. I mean, I kind of record this in a small-ish room, but it's like bigger. I have a better setup and stuff. Good, Jacob. Good to hear. You got any PS5 recommendations for me to buy or play? I need some. Yeah, I have plenty. What kind of games are you into? I just got a PS5 recently myself, this last holiday. And, Dead Space Remake comes out in a few days, and I can't wait for that. Depends if you're into horror games, though. And I understand if you're not. A lot of people aren't, because it's like, horror. Let me turn that just a little bit. There we go. I don't think he even fights. Can't wait to see. Yeah, I mean, like, that's hype as shit. Like, let's be real. Gentle coming back. That was so cool. I can't wait to see Vigilante Deku versus Lady Nagant. Yeah, I mean, there's so much good stuff. Cyrus has God of War. Funny enough, I actually am not really into God of War. I tried the 2017. Was it 2017? Whatever that year was. The reboot / remake. Maybe it was 2018. But I couldn't get into it. I acknowledge it's a good game, but it wasn't for me. Okay, let's not have a strobe light back here. What is going on? Do I just put a solid? I had it on auto. I'll just leave it on blue, I guess. It was kind of going between the colors. I thought it was cool, but if it's gonna freak out, nope. Let's see. Play Final Fantasy VII Remake PS5's release. Oh, that's also really good. I beat that on when I had PlayStation 4 and it still looked amazing. And that was one of the reasons I wanted a PS5 was to play that game in 4K and just like in 60 FPS. I mean, you have to choose, I think. I think it has to be locked. I think a PS5, it's either 4K 30 or it's like 1440p 60 or something. You have to choose. I'm not sure which one I prefer. I think both. I think it looks great in 30. It's like almost like a movie. So that's just me though. Let's see. I love horror games. I'm a fan of Dead Space. Also, I was in shock. Yeah. RPG horror. Oh, have you played Dead Space, Brooke? Because if you haven't played Dead Space, the Dead Space remake comes out in a few days. I think the 27th. You have to get that one. And fight a certain famous silver soldier. Yeah. Let me see right here. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I have plans in this stream to not only hang out and chat with you guys, but also record a couple future videos. Ranking the intros, all 11 intros of My Hero Academia, and all 11 outros of My Hero Academia. And it's funny because in my mind right now, I don't have a clear set standing for all of them, so I'm curious to see how they kind of shake out. Ragnarok, hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, you haven't played it, Brooke? Well, there you go. That's my recommendation. If not that, Ratchet and Clank, really, really good. It's not like a remake. It's like a brand new game. It's called Ripped Apart. I've been playing through that on PS5. It's really fun. I mean, let's be real. She kind of should be. I mean, explosions from the face typically, result in death. I mean, not that those happen too often, but yeah. Wait, what's Silver Soldier are you talking about, Carl? From what? Oh, from Final Fantasy. Oh, is that what they call him? Silver Soldier? Anyway. So yeah. Kind of wait. I'll wait for it. Oh yeah, Sephiroth. Yeah, I figured as much because of the silver hair and stuff. I don't remember if they actually called him that in the game. It's been a bit. I've never played the original, so I don't know anything past what the remake has. But yeah. Yep. All right. Well, first of all, before we begin, how's everyone's day going? What's everyone doing? I still haven't got a PS5 yet right now because a lot of people order them right off the bat and get sold out easily. Yeah, so the reason I got mine, I had they gave us like a retention bonus at work. Basically, for like, cause my job right now is seasonal, so we're off for the summers, and they want to encourage people to come back, right? So one of the things they do is oops, and an alarm go off. One of the things they do for people, like to entice people to come back, is they give them like a retention bonus. If you come back, we'll give you, whatever amount. And they gave me a bonus, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll just use this on the PS5. So had a night shift, woke up and ate, going to night shift again. So you had a night shift, slept, then woke up and ate. Okay, that makes sense. Hanging out with the dog, always a good time. Thank you, Prickstow. Yeah, it was we got a long stream probably ahead of us. At least a couple 3 hours, just hang out, chat. And Brickstow, I'm not sure if you're a big My Hero fan, but I'm going to be ranking every single intro and outro, and then this is sort of something I will do for JoJo as well when I finish JoJo, is kind of go have like a stream or just a video where I rank the intros and outros because I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a really fun topic. Thank you, Carl. I had a video for my 2-year anniversary. Shit. Yeah, it's funny. I actually did used to make anniversary videos, but after like year 5, I was just kind of like, the years just keep coming, right? um, okay. All right. So let's just sort of lay the foundation for what's going to happen here. I'll also start hitting record on this as well. Let me first let me pop out the chat so I can see you guys as I do this. Okay, put that there. Kind of wish I could have this. I only have 2 monitors. If I had a third one, this would be really easy. But let me see. Make that small. Okay. Open this Photoshop file I have, and let me get this organized because I was testing it out. Boom, boom, boom. This should be a lot of fun. So we're going to start off with the openings. I grabbed a nice kind of picture from each of them, and I made a little graph here. Let's see. Okay. Let me count, just make sure I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yep. All 11 intros are represented. Yeah, I remember, dude, Infinity War, like, that was the first one, right? Because Endgame was the second one. Infinity War was, what, 2018? Shit flies by fast. So, okay. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing here. Let me fit this on screen. Okay, I might need to adjust this a little bit. Yeah, I will need to a little bit. Let's go. Is there no way to just like view this full screen? I'd hit full screen. There we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, that works a lot better. All right. Make sure my camera is in a decent spot. There we go. Okay. Limousine, welcome. I'm not sure what that emoji is, but hey. All right. So, this looks pretty good. All right. In a little bit, I'm going to start hitting record, and then we'll sort of dive into this. As you guys can see, all 11 intros are represented here. Let me pull. Hold on, before we begin. Let me do this. I'm gonna pull up a list of all the names of the intros, so I don't just sound like an idiot when I'm trying to read the names of them. All right, let's see. MHA. Frick. They only have the names of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So they only have the names of the first 9. That's kind of fine, I guess. Put that over here. All right. That'll have to do. Okay. I might actually look into why he's only using his right hand. Huh? Welcome, Bryce Swinson. Welcome. All right. Let us get the show on the road here. Okay. Screen mode, full screen mode. Yes. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'll hit record, and then like afterward I can like edit out so it like goes a lot more smoothly and stuff. Okay. All right. Hitting record. now. All right, guys. This is my ranking of all 11 intros of My Hero Academia. We're in season 6. We just got the newest intro, and I'm joined by a live audience right now. We're going to go through and rank all intros we've had so far. In my personal opinion, this is not a factual list. This is just sort of what I feel as a huge My Hero Academia fan, and I have reasonings for each one, so yeah, let's just dive on in. And what better place to start with opening 1, The Day. It's funny, if you go back and like watch this intro, you might not really be blown away by it. Like it's a lot more simple than future intros visually. It's a lot more kind of like just slideshow, but come on, it's like when you watch this intro, you're immediately just like reminded of just like what makes my hero, and it's awesome. And like, I don't know, the starting off with All Might glowing and Deku like reaching out to him, it really does start the whole journey of him like admiring him, and I don't know, I think it works really well as a first opening. So I'm gonna put it honestly in A tier. I'll order them all as like after we're done with all of them, but yeah, to me it's definitely an A tier. I think it's great personally. Let's just do that. Let's do this mode because it keeps like bugging out. I'll crop it out later. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Next, what do you guys think about the first spot, by the way? Do you guys agree that opening 1 is A tier? If you haven't seen a tier list before, S, A, B, C. Some have F. Here's my honest opinion. I don't think any intro is belonging of F tier. I think that all of them succeed in some aspect of an intro. That's just me, but yeah. All right. So that is opening 1. Hold on, let me make sure the stream is doing okay real quick. Okay. Good. All right. Okay. Opening 2. We have, let's see the name of the peace sign. Peace sign. Okay. This, if anyone remembers when this came out, this was the meme song for a long time. You'd see this in meme compilations, and it was just super hype. Everyone loves peace sign. I love peace sign. It represents perhaps one of the greatest arcs we've ever had in My Hero Academia with the sports festival. It's S tier. Let's not even mess around. Like visuals, great. Even though it's just like them stretching for a lot of it, it just kind of like hypes you up for them getting ready for this big tournament. And the music is so good. Well, you know what it's freaking amazing. It's a great opening. Definitely S tier. Like I said, when I'm finished with all of them, when I go through every single one, I'll kind of order them in the proper order. But just for now, we'll put them in the proper tiers. Carl says he'd give it an A. Peace sign S for its notoriety. I mean, like not only for the notoriety, it's just a great intro. Like the music is great and the visuals really fit it. Primarily how I'm ranking these is like visuals and like audio, of course, but to a lesser extent, how it represents sort of what is happening during that time. But primarily visuals and audio, because they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah, that's just kind of what I think. All right, next we have opening 3, Sora ni Utaiba. I always pronounce it wrong. Sora ni Utaiba. All right. Those of you who followed my channel for a long time, you know already that like this has been my reigning favorite opening of the entire series. Visually, it is so good. I can't even begin to describe how good it is visually. But I'll try. It starts off with this great like blue and like just blue overlay with Deku and All Might falling from the sky, and they grab each other. They're hand in hand at this point, and the music is so good, especially because you get this piano in the background, and you got this great singer, and then occasionally you get this angelic voice of a woman saying "Sora New Taiba," and it's just like it comes at the perfect times, and it's S tier for me. Okay, and it's not just nostalgia; it covers a great arc for me for Stain versus the UA students, which is a great arc. But it is a great job showing all the students how they like, especially the ones that failed or are feeling remorse during the sports festival. And it is such a great job. I love this. I love this opening so much. It's just, it's freaking opening 3, baby. It's so good. Okay. What are you guys thinking for that? Do you guys disagree? Does anyone disagree so far with this ranking? Be honest. It's okay. Perhaps like I'm thinking about it now. I'm not sure if I would put this like bottom of A or top of B, because I don't want to let nostalgia like carry it. But you know, maybe it deserves to be carried. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Let me. Okay. Put that there. Cool. Cool. And like even if there's downtime when I'm just talking to you guys, it's totally cool because I can just edit this out later because I'm recording this as like a different version. So, not really, but OP1 for me is an S. They're all pretty good so far. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I can understand if someone had OP1 S tier. I just think that it's really tough when I talk about season 1 in any capacity, not just openings and endings, but like the season, because it fundamentally is so different. It's so different than like the rest of the series. Like seasons 2 and stuff are different than 6, obviously, but even like season 1 is so much different than like season 2 or 3 or any of the others. It's just like it has such a different vibe to it. So it's really hard to judge it. And obviously back then the budget was lower. It was only a 13 or 12 or 13 episode season. So, but that being said, obviously, yeah, I think I'm happy with this in A. Okay. So next we have Odd Future. Odd Future. All right. So up until this newest opening 11 over here, I would say that Odd Future was visually the most impressive of all the openings. I really think that the visuals really hit a home run on this one. It looks great. The song for me is not one of my favorites. I don't love it. I don't hate it by any means. It's just sort of like okay. It does fit the opening, like the visuals well, but I can't say that I can't put it in S tier just because I don't fully love it. Visually, it's amazing, like I said. But the song is not really my cup of tea. So I'm going to put it here in A tier for now. And then, like I said, after we're done with all of them, I will go and order them properly within the tiers. But visually, yeah, it's so great. I love like this, like here we see like the All Might getting ready to fight All for One. All that's great. The Shigaraki shots, the League of Villains shots, just awesome, right? What more can you say? It's just so good. But I think A tier is where it belongs personally. I got Sora no Taiba stuck in my head now, so because that song is just so good. But yeah. What do you guys think? Odd Futures. I know you love Odd Future, Carl, because you know, a lot of villain focus and whatnot. It's got great Shigaraki shots, especially him walking with all the Nomu behind him as like a blooming flower. That's like one of the great shots. Yeah. Anyway, so that is opening 4. Opening 5. All right. We've arrived. Opening 5. Those of you who have followed my channel for a long time, you know I do not like this intro. I I mock it so much. Make my story, and then it's just like I don't. Okay, visually it's very like it has some nice visual moments. I will say there are some nice visual moments, but for the most part, it feels sort of like a generic. Like, you know how Naruto had some generic openings, especially around like the tuning exam and stuff. It feels like that. It gives me vibes like that, where it's just sort of like ho hum, kind of goes by the numbers. And then the vision, the song, I just make my, I don't like that. I just doesn't work for me. And I get it. It's during the license arc where it's sort of it's intense, but it's also sort of upbeat because they're trying to like become heroes and stuff. I get that, but for me, this is the worst intro of the entire series thus far. Just in terms of a personal enjoyment, I am putting it in D tier. If we're gonna have a D tier intro, it's this one for me. There are no Fs. Like I said, there are none that fail. D is just the D for disappointment. D stands for disappointment here. And yeah, again, probably not a surprise to those of you who followed my channel for a long time and have hung out in the Discord. I don't know. I make my story is just not. I don't know. It has moments visually, but other than that, no. I don't really vibe with it either. For like school arcs, I'm more peace sign or number one. We're about to get to my favorite like school opening. But hey, Reesmog, listen, I'm not a singer, okay? When I mock make my story, Jesse says, "Hey Gazelle, want to stop by and say hi real fast. I've been subscribed since Samurai Jack season 5, and it's great to see your channel's growth." Well, thank you, Jesse. I appreciate it. Samurai Jack, man, that was a good 6 years ago. Crazy, almost 6 years ago. This like March, April. I think it was like March or April when it aired in 2017. So we're nearing 6 years. Crazy. Thanks for stopping by though. Yeah. Okay. So that was Make My Story. Next, we have Polaris. Okay. This is an interesting one. I think now the list is going to start to get controversial. Polaris. I think this is a song. This is an intro that a lot of people don't. I've seen a lot of people hate on this intro. Like they legitimately think it's one of the worst. And I've seen people say they really like it. I personally. Okay, here's my stance on this. I think the song is excellent. I really think this is an underrated song, especially the opening guitar riff when like it matches like the visuals being shown. I think it's a great song, personally. It's got a great beat to it, and it's sung really well. Honestly, I think it's one of the most underrated opening songs of the series. I think it's really good. Unfortunately, it's the visuals that let down this opening very hard. There's a lot of shots of people just standing around doing nothing, and then there's a segment in the second half where it's just a bunch of characters jumping into the middle of the screen with the blue sky backdrop, and it just feels really lazy. And the only really good visuals in this opening are the very beginning when it's Deku reaching out and the changing of colors to represent the prior openings, and the ending with Eri and Deku falling through the sky, reaching out for each other. Those are two really good visual moments. The rest is very not impressive. So overall, I'd probably put Polaris top of B. I'm tempted to put it bottom of A, but the visuals just let it down too much. But I just want to mention that I actually really like this intro, mainly for the song. I think it's a great song. But yeah, maybe I think some people here would probably put it like C or even D. I know a lot of people don't like this intro, but I'm going to put it at top of B. I actually think it's a good intro. Kind of a little bit of a letdown. I'm not a fan of the overhaul arc. You guys know this. So maybe it's a little bit of I'm kind of surprised actually that I'm propping it up so much because I hate this arc. But you know, I actually like the song, but the visuals were okay. Some of you have been here so long. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised, Carl. Not too many. Jesse's an exception to the rule because I feel like a lot of people from those days aren't around anymore. It's been a long journey. People move on and stuff in life, so not too many people left from those days. So I was kind of surprised to see Jesse jump in. So yeah, what do you guys think about Polaris? How do you guys feel about my placement of it? I Polaris, like I said, it's very controversial. I understand that. Just making sure the stream audio is good and stuff. Okay, we should be good. All right. So, yeah, I mean, so far so good, I think. So that was Polaris. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now for opening 7, Star Maker. This intro slaps. It's so good. All right. This is gonna be controversial for sure. I know a lot of people hate this intro. They hate this intro. I love this intro. Fantastic song. Great visuals. And it covers an extremely underrated arc. I love the cultural festival with the music and just that's so good. Gentle and La Brava. Come on. Like this is S tier. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. This is S tier. This intro, I understand. I think a lot of people don't like it because it focuses so much on the students. It's sort of upbeat and happy. But if you think about it, this is legitimately the last happy intro the series is ever going to get. Most likely. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they'll throw us a curveball in the final season, next season. But visually, I love it. Gives me vibes of Bloody Stream from JoJo. How it's like silhouettes of like just bright colors of characters. And obviously, yeah, they're all happy and getting ready for the sports festival. But the music is so good. I love that Jiro's a focus of it because she's a huge part of the arc. And we get some Bakugo looking angsty in there because he's going through some stuff. We got some Endeavor. It's just a great intro. This is S tier easily for me. And I am not apologizing in any capacity. I think it's excellent. Excellent intro. Yeah. I accept B because the song is very good. Yeah, I mean, like, back to Polaris just for a second. I just think the song is really good. Star Maker is really good, especially for one of my favorite arcs. Yeah, Star Maker rocks. I know if Jazz is watching this, Jazz in the Discord, he would agree wholeheartedly right now. Gotta love the Jiro focus. People only hate it because of the arc it's from. Yeah, but if you love the arc, like I do, it's got great stuff. You're a Gentle fan, the arc rocks. It literally rocks. It's got a great concert. I love how Eri loses her overhaul like fear during this arc, and it's just visually great. Excellent, yeah. What more can you say? It's just awesome. So yeah, that is opening 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Star Maker. Okay. Now we're on to opening 8. Number 1. It's called number 1. All right, so a little bit of a confession here. If you guys watched my reactions to the beginning of season 5, I probably sounded really glowing about this intro, and I was. Like, I when I first saw this intro, I liked it a lot. I thought it was different, and I praised it. I think I gave it like a decent score of like 8 or something. Like, I don't know. I liked it at the time. More than any other opening in this series, it has declined. The more I see it, the more I think about it. Originally, I would have probably put it like bottom of A, top of B. Now, I'll be honest with you, I think it's probably my second least favorite of the series. I still think it's better than Make My Story. But when you watch it, it's just like nothing's happening. Unlike Peace Sign, where they're stretching and getting ready for the tournament, I guess technically they're stretching and stuff here too, getting ready for Class 1A versus Class 1B. but it just feels so much more stiff. Here, like when they stretch, it's you can just like feel them breathe and like this beautiful air. Like here, it's just like they're just generically stretching and like it's just cutting between different students looking different ways, looking upset, looking happy, looking concerned, like and then like this the song is kind of puts you to sleep a little bit too. Like it's I don't know. The more I've watched this intro, the more I just really am not a fan. At the time, if you watch my reactions, I probably was really way more glowing. I haven't gone back and watched them, but yeah, over time, it's just kind of sunk for me. It's still better than Make My Story, I think, by a little bit, but yeah. It is wonderful. I still listen to Hero 2, Tear Up All the Time. Yeah, yeah, it's great. I mean, like, I also love how in that arc, well, in that scene, I guess, even if you watch the Japanese version, it's sung in English. I think that's such a cool style choice. I don't know why they did that, but I think it's really cool. Because usually it's Americans listening, and I'm not Americans, like Europeans too, and English speaking countries listening to Japanese singing, but it's cool to like get it flipped around and have like the Japanese audience listen to English singing. It being Midnight's last happy moments kind of make it sadly nostalgic to me. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could see it that way. I'm not like the biggest Midnight fan. I think she was totally fine as a character, but so that doesn't really hold that weight to me. Um, in all honesty, Make My Story had some more action than number one. Both pretty low stake arcs, so it might be hard to showcase what happens in those arcs. All right, so technically yes, but I feel like number one could have at least foreshadowed or hinted like the huge revelation at the time that Deku had multiple quirks. They didn't really like even tease that. I don't know. I just think I just feel like it could have had a little bit more to it. It's a really fun arc. I know a lot of people don't like 1A versus 1B. I like it a lot. I just it felt a little bit weak to me, but you know. Okay, so next we have opening 10. No, this is opening 9. Merry-Go-Round. All right. Okay. Merry-Go-Round. This is hmm. How does one start to talk about Merry-Go-Round without talking about all the controversy around how they adapted My Villain Academia? Just so to start with, I think visually it's pretty good. There are some moments that I like a lot from Merry-Go-Round. Some moments I don't really like a whole lot is not the very beginning, but right after this shot you see right here where they're all like, whoa, whoa, it's all right, which is kind of ironic, like, lyrics for the darkness of this arc, but again, not everyone's favorite for that reason. But after this shot where it's like, whoa, hey brother, listen, and it shows like Bakugo, Deku, Todoroki kind of like looking like Backstreet Boys, or like they're on the cover of an album for a song, like in the sunset destroyed city. I don't really like that scene too much. It kind of drags a little bit, but then it starts to pick up a little bit as it shows the villains. And then the really good part of the song I like is when it's flashing between all the students, and then it's like, the carousel goes up and goes down. You know that, like, I love that part a lot. And then after that, it kind of gets generic-y again. So, like, visually, it's kind of all over the place. Some really good moments. Some moments I don't like very much. The song itself, I actually kind of like. I think, like, if you listen to the whole version of the song, it's a very fascinating song. It kind of goes a lot of places. And man, it's tough because some moments drag and some moments sound excellent. So this is a very all over the place like opening. In all honesty, Make My Story, Merry-Go-Round had little to do with MVA due to the swap and adaptation. It felt more like an opening for Endeavor Agency. Yeah, the chorus is great in this. Yeah, I don't know. Like this, I kind of want to put it. I don't know if I want to put it above Polaris. I'm going to put it right below Polaris. because Polaris is a much better song, but uh, Merry-Go-Round had some higher visual peaks. I think maybe I don't know that they both belong in B tier. I think I like Polaris more though, so I'm gonna leave it in this order. Like I said, after I'm done, I'll sort it out. But all right. Next, can someone tell me the opening name for opening 10? Because the wiki doesn't have it updated yet. So, and it's so new that I don't really remember the ranking or the name myself. So if anyone can provide that, that'd be great. If not, I can look it up. It's fine. The carousel goes up and goes down. I'll just look it up. MHA opening 11. Let's see. What is the name? Bokura no? Is that the name? Bokura no? That's what I found when I looked it up. I think that's the name. Hitamuki? Is that the name? Hitamuki. Okay. Oh, Bokura no is number 11. Okay, cool. I don't know why it showed me that the way it did, but okay. All right. So, opening 10, we have Hitamuki. This is the first opening of the newest season, opening 6. I like this opening. I like it. I think it's a solid opening. Kind of like this one. I think a little bit less of it as I think about it, but not by much. I think the comic book aesthetic is really cool, and I think that I'm kind of surprised that this is the first opening to have like a comic book aesthetic, because like Horikoshi is a huge Western comic fan, and I think the song is really good. I think the visuals are really good. I think it's just a really solid opening, and I will say it's a little bit too upbeat for how the war is supposed to be portrayed, which is kind of dark and like the reality shift of the series. But that said, like I still think it's a solid opening. I'll probably put it at the bottom of A. Bottom of A, top of B. I think bottom of A is more fitting. I think it's a good opening. I legitimately think it's a good opening. I know a lot of people liked it more than me, based on the comments I've had in my reaction videos. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's a good, solid opening that did a good job. Good visuals, good song. Yeah, nothing really to say about it. I don't have a super hot take on that one. But yeah. Okay. And then now we have opening 11. Bakura no. This is the best opening that My Hero Academia has had in a long time. A long time. Okay. It's easily S tier, okay? Or we're just putting that there now. Where do you begin? The song by Eve, I believe it's Eve who sings this, is so good. It fits so well. It's catchy, it flows. Visually, I said this back when I was covering Odd Future. I said up until this one released, Odd Future was visually the most impressive. This is now visually the most impressive opening of the entire series. It flows so fluidly. Where do you even begin, man? Like this shot of Deku, like as the mask gets ripped away and his face is showing with tears and the scarf flowing. The shot of Shigaraki as the ghost of All For One is getting ripped off of him, and it reveals to be Tenko, the little kid underneath. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's just such an excellent opening. Easily the best we've had in years. And yeah, it's S tier, easily. I give MHA opening 11 an S because it's like the first part that it shows Deku's face. Yeah, I mean, it's so good. The visuals in the level opening are great. Nakamura just hits. Which one's Nakamura? Love this one too. Easy S. Yeah, I mean, like, man. Okay. So I guess now would be a good time to order these, right? I mean, for the most part, B is in order, C and D, they have their own order. A tier, man, this is tough. Okay, so I think A tier is actually kind of good as it is. I like opening 1 more than Odd Future and Hitamuki. I just like then maybe it's nostalgia carrying it for me. I like the song a lot. It's close. These two are close. Odd Future and Opening 1. I think both are really good. I just in the case of a tiebreaker, I guess nostalgia is sort of the tiebreaker. But the day is great, man. The day is great. Okay, so S tier. All right. This is where it's gonna get tough. Okay, I love all 4 of these so much, so much. But if I'm being realistic about it, I'm gonna put Star Maker at the bottom of S, and that leaves these Holy Trinity. All right, so I'm gonna put Peace Sign next, and that leaves opening 11 and opening 3. Okay, so those of you who've known me and followed my channel for a long time, opening 3 has just had a special place in my heart for like ever, because it brings me back to like my favorite era of My Hero. Season 2 was so good. But if I'm thinking about it objectively, like just in terms of an opening, the song mixed with the visuals and like how well they represent the arc, both are exceptional. But I have to go opening 11. Opening 11 is the best intro that My Hero Academia has ever had. I believe that now. And like, yeah. Like, holy crap. It's just so good. And it makes me sad to like finally dethrone opening 3. But like if I'm just being realistic, I think opening 11 is just better. I still think that like the song slightly wins out for me in opening 3, Sora ni Utaiba. I think the song is, in my opinion, ever so slightly better in opening 3, but the fact that the visuals are so effing good, paired with a fantastic song in 11, it wins out overall. But yeah, that speaks testaments that like you have the 2nd, 3rd, 7th, and 11th in S tier. That means there's like over the course of the years, there's like peaks and valleys, you know. It's funny though because this is what last half of season 3, first of season 5, this is season 4, beginning of 5, no, last of 5. So there's like definitely an era of like, I guess lesser ones, but yeah. We'll catch up some of these comments here. What's up, man? Happy anniversary. Not going to stick around in case of spoilers. Oh yeah, don't worry. We're done with the tier list for now. We're gonna go back to chatting here. But yeah, this is my like ranking of the openings. None of these are spoilers per se, so you should be good. But thanks for stopping by all the same. Milk vendor, hello, what's up? TJ says W list. Thank you. This is coming from a diehard fan of the series. You guys know I react to every new chapter as it releases. I react to every anime episode as it releases. And I love the series. I got like 50 Funko Pops for all these characters. And here we go. Make my stories overhated. There had to be someone. I don't hate this intro. I just think it's by far the worst. So I mean, there had to be someone who was going to defend Make My Story in here. But yeah, that'll do it for my ranking of the My Hero Academia openings, and stay tuned. Eventually, we're going to be doing the endings as well. Hitting end record on that. Okay, so now back to just chatting, and then I'll break up that video afterward now that it's recorded. And do I have Class 1B Funko Pops? I do, Jacob. I have Monoma right here. I just unboxed a bunch of them actually. I got Monoma. I have Beastman. Oh wait, hold on. I can make this bigger now for a second. I have Beastman. He's actually flocked too. He's like fur on him, which is kind of cool. It's the only one I have of something like that. Got Beastman. I have Pony. I just unboxed all these recently too. They all came in like a similar wave. There's Pony. I have, let's see, who else? I got Abara. Abara is one of my favorites of Class 1B, and she has a fantastic pop. Really good pop. Sorry for the glare. I have my lighting on. So, but Abara is great. I think she's easily one of like top 2 of the class for me. I got Kendo. I'm not going to pull them all around. I got Kendo. I got, what's Setsuna? Is that the snake girl? I got Mushroom Girl. I got Mudman. Mudman's my favorite at Class 1B. And I think that's it. I also have I also got a NASA too. He's the only Shiketsu member I think that's been released so far, which is a shame. But yeah. Okay. So yeah, one last look at the list for those of you who didn't see it. Catch up on the chat here. MHA Manga turns 10 next year. Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy ride, you know. I have all the 9 of Class 1B Pops. Is there 9 of them? I can't remember who I'm missing then. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I have Tetsu, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, I have Shinzo too, but my Shinzo is... My Shinzo was the first one they did, and it's the sports festival one, which I kind of like, to be honest. I kind of like how he's not in his costume. I kind of remember this Shinzo more. Shinzo's a really underrated character, by the way. I think he's great. Okay. So yeah. What do you guys think of my list? Is there... I want to ask before I put this file away. Does anyone have any big disagreements for this list? Let your feelings be known. We got 13 people in here. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're just hanging out, ranking some intros, and we'll do outros here in a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss any other chats so far? I have Tetsu. He's on my shelf too. Shinzo is class... I think they officially put him in Class B, right? Did they not confirm it yet? Oh, wow. The MV opening and Make My Story should switch places. Oh, this one? You want this one in D tier? That's... I don't know. I think it's an okay intro. I have it like squarely in B. I think it's fine. What are you laughing about, Ree? Anyway, so yeah, that's my oops. Ignore that. Trying to make myself full screen. This is annoying technology. What the heck? Where's my full screen mode? I guess I'll have to do. Okay. So yeah, as we continue to chat, I will set up the ending tier list, because we have to do that too. The ending tier list is going to be fun, okay? Because everyone always talks about openings. No one ever talks about endings. No one does. All right, and we're gonna remedy that. Let's see. All right, what's the does anyone know in Photoshop the quick delete edit? Where is the delete option? There has to be a quick. Hold on. All right, I guess I'll have to go through these one by one. I'm pretty happy with that ranking, to be honest. I feel like I did a good job. I was kind of worried, like in the moment, if I would have the guts to dethrone opening 3, but I did. Had to be done. Had to be done. I understand. I made a lot of people mad with Make My Story. It's just a casualty. Had to happen. All right, almost got through all these. Okay. Now to put... All right, so I have all the visuals here. Let me see. Ending 1. Put that there. Ending 2. I don't recognize the visuals quite as quickly for the ending, so this might take a second. Ending 2. Wait. Drag, please. What? Why can't... Oh, I still had that one selected. Gosh dang it. There we go. I also don't remember the names of the outros off the top of my head, so we'll have to look that up as well. Let me catch up on chat here real quick. Let's see what everyone's saying. Anime turns 10 in 2026. We're still a few years away from that, but yeah. We got to talk about how much we hate the Hawks ending. We'll get there. Oh, we'll get there, Carl. We will get there. I don't hate it. It's so mid. Basically the whole of season 5. Long Hope Philly has S tier for best ending of the series and movie 1. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm excited. This one's honestly more exciting because no one ever talks about the outros, right? So hold up. Okay, so that's ending 2. I'm just dragging, dropping all the images that I need because I had it set up for the openings. All right. Oh, ending 3 was. Where are you? Hello, ending 3. Can someone remind me what the ending 3 was? I'm trying to remember. I think it's oh, I know. The fucking like obnoxiously like not fitting outro for the first half of season 3. I'll never forget that. We'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah, the Lisa song, yeah. I think that's what it was called. All right, so now we need ending 4. Ending 4 would be the second one of season 3, which is, I think... Is it the Billboard one? No. Hold on, let me just look up a list real quick. That's what I should have done in the first place. MHA ending list. This one probably won't be updated either with the newest 2. Oh wait, it is. Wait, no, it's not. Oh wait, the fantasy ending. I'm missing the fantasy ending. How am I missing that one? Oh, I'm not missing it. It's just I chose a weird picture for it. My bad. Okay, so we have outro 1, outro 2, fantasy outro, and then that one that I was mocking earlier. So that's 4. So now we're on 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what? What is... Wait, it's called Update? The fourth outro's called Update? I don't remember that name. What's up, Montakas? No, I got fantasy added now. I had a picture for it. I just chose a weird one. You guys will see what the picture I chose. I didn't... Yeah. I kind of just grabbed some of these off the internet. Okay, so 4 is called Update. I don't remember... That can't be right. It's a weird name. Yeah, then Longhope Philia. I got that one. Dragging that picture now. Alright, so we're gonna have a lot more low-ranking outros than we did intros. I'm telling you that now. The outros are all over the place. There's some exceptional ones, and then there are some, like, poo-poo ones. Not poo-poo, but, like, oh, there's one poo-poo. Yeah, Budokai Gamer, 7 years. Crazy. Alright, so that's, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 now. Which is Kokai no Uta, the Eri ending. Oops. It's a weird name for it. Koka no Uta. Are these right? Are these names right that I'm reading off this wiki? Wikis are sometimes unreliable, so I'm sure you guys will correct me as we go. And then it's... Wait, no. It's called Shout Baby. That one's Shout Baby. Hold up. What is going on here? Yeah, the area one's called Shout Baby. Why? What is Kokai no Uta? What is this one? Yeah, it says Kokai no Uta is the 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wiki's messed up, man. That's okay, Damon. Don't worry about it. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. This is so annoying. The wiki sucks. Let it be known, the wiki sucks. I'm just trying to, like, make sure I have them all. Okay, so... No, the school festival. Oh, the school festival one is Shouting Baby? What? Oh, okay. I'm just wrong then. The area one is Kokai no Uta. Okay. So I had the pictures ready for them. I was just confused as to like, okay. So the wiki's right actually. I just suck. Apologies to whoever made the wiki. I'm bad. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 is the one with the billboard stuff, right? Where it's like the pinned up pictures. That's ending 7, right? If that's the case, then we're on track. Next is Footprints. Let's see, what picture did I have for Footprints? Wait. Ending 8 is Footprints, ending 9 is Believe, ending 10 is Footprints? That's not right. You had Footprints twice. Season 5. Okay, so it's going to the store one. Okay, so that's the next one. I thought so. That's Footprints. Again, the names of the outros don't ring off the like off my head like the other ones do, because they are outros. But we're getting there. We're at 1, 2. I'm gonna put these in order to make sure I have them right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is Footprints. Okay. 9. Is 9 the Shitty Hawks one? I guess a spoiler. Uso Janai? Yeah. 9 is the Shitty Hawks one. I have that. I have a picture of that one. We're getting these set up. You missed the ranking for the openings, Damon, but you can watch in the stream afterward, or wait for my video to be posted where I kind of like streamline it. Okay, so here's the Shitty Hawks one. I'm gonna keep referring it to that because it's true. Okay, so that is 9. 10 is Sketch, which was the first one of this new season. I have a picture for that. Okay. So far, I'm not missing any pictures. I'm just being an idiot with the order. All right. Put that there. Feels like there's more pictures for this one than the one. And then the final one, the newest one. I don't remember the name for the new one. I do have a picture, though. Where is it at? Here it is. Whoa, I made a giant picture for that one. Oops. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to struggle with the names mightily in this one. Before we begin, I'm going to grab something to drink. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to read off the order of the names. And you guys tell me if this sounds right, okay? That's all I need. Ending 1, Heroes. Ending 2, Dakara Hitori Jani. Wait, what? No. This is wrong. I need like just a list of names. All right, so here 1 is Heroes. 2, yeah, I guess it is Dakara Hattori Janai. That's such a long name. These are long names for these ending ones. Because ending 3 is Date Atashi no Hero. And then it's Update, and then it's Long Hope Philia. And then it's Koike no Uta, Shout Baby. Ashiato, and then Uso Janai. And then it's Sketch, and then Kita Kazi. Okay, so this list is right. I like this list better. As weird as the names are, it seems to be correct. So, we'll start here in a second. I feel like the openings just have such simpler names. Even one of my favorite ones, Sorani Utaiba. Like, I guess that's just from repetition, but okay. Cool. 15 people in here. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great night. We're about to get going on ranking the endings, which should be a lot of fun. Okay. Much like the first one, I'm going to... Sorry, I'll clear my throat first. I'm going to hit record, and then once I'm done recording, I'll like edit it up, chop it up, make it into like a standalone video. But you guys will be here during the creation of it, so it'll be a lot of fun. Get to like bounce opinions off and stuff. Okay. Whoa. Okay, hold up. Put myself down here once again. Okay. I'm covering up some of the stuff right now, but that's fine. It'll be hard to notice once I edit the video. All right. Let us dive on in here. Because when I make the video, I will like crop out the Photoshop stuff. This is just like the best way for me to do it. Anyway, okay. So, you guys ready? I am. Hitting record in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. This is now my ranking for the endings of My Hero Academia. I just got done ranking the openings with the help of my lovely live chat to bounce opinions off of. Much like the first list, this is not a fact. This is just an opinion from a guy who reads every new chapter, reacts to the new chapters, new episodes. I'm just like a big fan. And I rank these based off the music, the visuals, and sort of how do they represent what's going on currently. So, yeah. Let's just dive on in and see where these rank. Ending 1, we have Heroes. This is before the newest season. I'm just gonna say it. This was my favorite ending of the entire series. And now you're thinking like, what? Ending 1 was your favorite? Yeah. I can't explain it, man. Every time I watch this outro, I just get brought back to like that sense of imagination and magic of when I first started the series. I'll never forget when season 1 first came out. I wasn't reacting to anime at the time. And I remember just like laying in my bed on my phone and I was like, like I had just started watching anime. This is around like 2016, I think. And I was like, My Hero Academia. I was just trying out random shows at the time. Let's try it out. I binged the shit out of the entire first season. It was so good. And then like this outro, for whatever reason, I know it's simple, but it brings me back to that feeling of just like discovering this new show. And for that reason, it's S tier. I know I'm gonna probably get some flack for that. Maybe it's heavily weighed by nostalgia, but like holy crap, it's so good. It's just such a great outro. Visually really good. I love how it's Deku just continuously running for this star in the distance that like realistically you can't reach a star by running on the ground, right? But like that's sort of where Deku was at the time. Like he was trying to reach for the impossible to be a hero, but he didn't have a quirk. And the music is so good, and I love how at one point he'll trip, but he'll get right back up and keep running. He'll wipe tears off his face. It's just like such a good outro. Really underrated. I think a lot of people forget how good this outro was. Yeah, even the chat's like kind of divisive already. Some saying first is so nostalgic. Other people saying C tier. So I feel like Heroes complements the day's sense of admiration and passion from Deku in season 1. Exactly. I think it's just perfect for what it represented and what it wanted to show. And I just think it's perfect for that. So yeah, it's going S tier. Again, when I'm done putting all these in their respective tiers, I'll order them at the end. Just for now, but we're putting this in S tier for sure. I say B, yeah. Like I said, I feel like this is gonna be this list. The openings are one thing. I feel like most people have generally somewhat consensus on the openings. The outros are never ever talked about, and I'm really excited to make this video to like talk about the outros because they're all over the place in terms of quality and what people think about them. And I just think it's yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, I see some people here are definitely not agreeing. We have people saying B, people saying C. Hey, I'm saying S. Ree says S. There we go. We got one person agreeing. All right. Now we have ending 2. I'm gonna make sure I get this name right. I'm sorry. This is off a wiki, okay? Dakara Hitori Janai, aka the one with all the girls. Okay. Again, this is gonna be another probably controversial opinion. I actually really like this outro. It's it's very different than what you would expect the outro to be for the sports festival, right? Like, it's just all the girls. Hold on. Talking for so long. There we go. Okay. Outro 2. I love this outro. All the girls are class 1A. And it's sort of like a unique thing because no other intro in the entire series has such a strange focus, right? Because the sports festival outside of Uraraka and like Momo, really like the girls don't really do a whole lot per se. So it's very fascinating that for that arc, they have it just focused on these girls. And visually, I think it's so good. It has Uraraka sitting by a raining window, kind of like representing what she's gone through and her confidence levels. And it just shows, and the music is so good. It's I don't know who sings it. Um, Actually, I do know. It's right here. Little Glee Monster. Really cool title. Really cool name for a band, I guess. Little Glee Monster. I think it's visually great. Every shot is really well drawn, and I think the music goes well with it. I guess you could argue not the greatest representation of what's going on currently, but it kind of is too because it shows them dodging robots. It shows Uraka, like I said, kind of going through what she's been going through, and it shows them all exhausted at the park. And I don't know. I like this intro a lot. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm putting it top of A tier, and I'm sure I'll get some flack for that, but I think it's actually a really good intro. And it comes during a very good time of My Hero Academia, so maybe I'm like nostalgic for that, but like, I don't know. I like it a lot. Uh, I like this one, laid back and cute. Yeah, like this one, it's a really good outro. I don't think anyone hates this outro. I think you either like think it's okay or you like it a lot, right? Yeah, and it gave the girls a shine, which they never really get. I mean, I shouldn't say never, but it's pretty rare. And I like that so early on in the show, they took a risk and just had an outro focused on them. Um, I really like the outro with 1A girls. Give it an A. I mean, like, yeah, I give it an A too. I for the time being, it's top of A. We'll see what I think as we move forward here. But yeah. So that's outro number 2. Hey, Mighty, I got to your channel through your JoJo reactions. Congrats on your 7th anniversary. Oh, thank you, Raphael. Appreciate it. They do it from time to time. Yeah, I suppose they do. Okay. Next, we have outro 3. Date Atashi no Hero, aka the fantasy universe one, as most fans have put it. This one's interesting, okay? I think that more than any other outro, this is the most famous one. This is the one that like spawned like fan fiction. This is the one that like whenever someone says like, "Oh, outro for My Hero Academia," I feel like this one comes to mind first for a lot of people, and for obvious, like for good reason, right? And I see the chat here is already saying S, put it in S. Hold on here. I like this intro. I do not love this intro. I think it's cool seeing the students in this alternate universe with like some of them being mages, some of them being knights. I think it's cool. I think it's kind of random because it literally has no semblance to the second half of season 2. Like it has no relevance. But that's not really a bad thing because it's so imaginative and animated really well. I think the song is pretty good. I think it fits kind of what they're going for. I have no complaints about this intro whatsoever. I think it's a really good outro, I meant. That said, I'm going to put it in A tier. I don't think it's S tier. Like most people have, and maybe I'm gonna get some flack for that, but I just don't love it. I think it's a really good intro or outro, and I don't think there's any flaws with it. It's just not my like, it just comes down to whether or not I love it or not. Like whether it's hard to explain. I do love the shot at the end with Deku having the sword and the spirit of All Might behind him with that slash. Really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna put it in A tier. I feel like I'm gonna make some people mad here. Is this one Lisa? Yeah, this one is by Lisa. Lisa songs are an S tier. I think it's a good song. I think it's good visuals, but that's true. Hori does like this outro a lot. By the way, did the anime do it first with the alternate universe thing, or did Horikoshi have a sketch and then they rolled with it? Does anyone know? Yeah, I mean that's just where I'm coming from. Um, Hori did it first. Okay, see that makes some sense, honestly. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Cool, cool. Okay, getting ready to move on to the next one. You think it was a manga sketch? Okay, so, oh, okay. See, that kind of makes sense to me. Like that Hori did like a sketch, and then the animators were like, "Hey, that'd be cool as like an outro, like an alternate universe thing." Again, I totally understand for people who put it in S tier. I'd put it in A because I think it's a really good outro. But okay, now we're gonna dive into one that I have mixed opinion about, I guess, and that is ending 4 titled Update by Miwa. All right, so here's the thing. By itself, I actually don't think this outro is very bad at all. I think visually it's really good. I like the comic book sort of background. The sketch work's really cool. What do they call it? Genga, where it's like the behind the scenes of an episode where it's like the first sketches of it. I like how they show that visually. I think it's cool. It's kind of like laid back. The music's a little bit, I'm kind of iffy on like the music. Here's the problem though. Here's where the reason I'm gonna rank this low. It comes after very intense emotional episodes, and I don't think it fits. It just doesn't fit. The biggest sin this outro has is All Might's epic fight with All For One, and after the whole "it's your turn, now it's your turn," the crying, everything, just the emotional scene. And then he cut to this outro. Like I'm sorry, no, that doesn't fit. It doesn't. It just makes me so mad. So by itself, I don't hate this intro by any means. I think it's fine. But they put it in the first half of season 3, where like you have the Muscular fight, where he's like, he's my hero, and Deku with the posing, and then like you get this outro. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. I hate it. They like if you put this like after the music festival or something, sure, I guess that makes sense and be fine. But like, no, it's C tier, and I'm being kind of generous putting it there. I kind of want to put it lower. If anyone else joins this in C tier, this will follow right below them. It'll be bottom of C tier. I understand those of you who are saying that like, I still like it. It's funny, and we cut from All For One to this. Yeah, I mean, some of you are probably gonna have this higher. I don't know. I can't say I like it that much. MH's opening and ending has a habit of giving a happy, upbeat song. Well, we'll get to the future ones eventually, but yeah. Reminding me of your dead master Nana Shimura, the useless person who passed All For One on to you. Yeah, and then the outro is like that. I'm sorry, I've bagged on it too much. Believe it or not, this is not even my least favorite outro. We'll get there. we'll get there. God. Okay. All right. You guys have made your opinions clear on that one. I think a lot of you are kind of in the same camp as me, but some of you have it a little bit higher at B. I just really not fond of it. The song is okay. I wouldn't say the song is great. Like by itself in a vacuum, I think it's okay. It's not sung bad. I don't know. Okay. Next, we have ending number 5, Long Hope Philia by Masaki Suda. All right. This outro is amazing for several. Oh my God. The song is excellent. Let's start off with that. The song is like, here's the thing though. Like, I don't really know how well it fits the overall, like, it doesn't really tie into what's happening in the anime at the time, but it almost doesn't matter because you just have this panning shot of Deku at the beach, this beautiful music, beautiful animation, and then you have him and All Might. I love when the beat starts and they both give each other a high five, and then like it matches the beat of the song, and then it shows them walking, and in the background you see them sitting on this pile of junk together after a hard day's work of training, just looking out at the sunset, and then you get Deku slowly building up pace as he like you see the series thus far behind him, all the characters, and then like he meets Class 1A on the beach. They're all Mina's waving to him. This this is so good. Okay, I know people don't like this outro, and I know that people call Deku fat in this outro because the way they draw him makes him look a little like heftier, and which is funny to me. But this is S tier. This is S tier. Long Hope Philia is S tier. I love this outro. I think this is my sister's favorite outro too, because my sister and brother-in-law watch My Hero, and I think this is their favorite. This one's so good. I know I'm gonna get some hate for this one. Some people are, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Long Hope Philia is S from the movie to the show. Absolute greatness. A S tier for Long Hope Philia. Best ending, best movie ending from Two Heroes. Jacob says he gives it a C. Wow. Just the symbolism of Deku walking and running. Yeah, really good. Ending is supposed to be a tie-in promo. Oh, I didn't know it was a tie-in for Two Heroes. Okay. I just think it's a really, like, it's beautiful. It sounds amazing. It looks visually amazing. Yeah. I don't hate ending 5. It's just not, it's not bad in my opinion. Yeah. So again, like, Long Hope Philia, I think that's just like S tier for me, for sure. I really like it a lot. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure the stream. I have to every now and then. I just want to check the stream quality and make sure it's doing good. Because I don't stream too often, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream. Hopefully I'm entertaining enough and all that. Okay. Read some more comments here, and then we'll move on to the next one. It's all right, IMO, but I respect your opinion. Yeah, see, that's all this is just an opinion. Like, my opinion is not fact by any means. This is just coming from a diehard fan and things I like to see, things I don't like to see, you know. Hello, I don't know what time it is there, but it's night, so good night. Hey, Tharso, it is turning 6 p.m. right now. I'm on the West Coast, so not too late for me. It's a mid-tier ending for me. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, what people like from intros and outros varies a lot person to person. So, like I said, the outros I feel like are much more divisive than the openings. I feel like the openings generally people have a somewhat consensus. The outros all over the place because people like different things, and the outros typically experiment more than the intros. So, yeah. All right. Let's move on to opening 6, which is Kouke no Uta, which is aka the Airy ending. Okay, so I have a confession to make, and I don't remember my opinion of this during my reactions, but when I first watched, first of all, I'm not a fan of the overhaul arc. You guys know this. Both in the manga and the anime. I think it drags too much, and I don't think Overhaul is a very interesting villain. However, I think that Eri and Mirio really do prop up that arc. And but that being said, when I first watched the anime, I actually did not like this outro. I didn't actually sit and listen to it and just like appreciate like the visuals and the song. It just started blasting right away, and I was like, this is kind of stupid. It's trying too hard. But much like in the openings where like I thought less and less of number 1, the opening, as time went on, this one I think more and more of as time goes on. Because I've recently gone back and listened to these, really sat down and listened to them. And I love this outro. This is a really good outro. I can't believe that I used to like want to skip it back in the day. And I can't explain it. I think that like the kind of the grunge beginning, with the flashing black, and then like it's a really good music, really good music, I think. And then the visuals, you get some more of Aerie with the mom that we don't know about and stuff like that. And yeah, needless to say, just to wrap it up, I think that this has grown a lot on me, and I'll sort this out afterward, but I'd probably put it above the fantasy ending in the A tier. I actually really like it. So yeah, I'll sort it out more later, like I said, but I appreciate this outro a lot more than I used to. So hey, Bull Doles, welcome. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of the chat here. I'm doing a tier list at the same time, but let's take a break and read some of this. I'd give this one A or B. I'd give ending 6 an A or B. So yeah, most people are saying A or B. I have it middle of A. So a little bit on the high end of what you guys are saying, but it's sad since the song is supposed to represent Aerie. Yeah, it's a good song. Like I used to just kind of block it out mentally in my head as it played because I just, whatever reason, I just didn't like it right away. But season 4 is when we started watching. Okay, it says Messy. I only didn't like that much because it's the Sad Night Eye episode. It did not combine. This one I felt was like it fit better because it's at least like kind of sad. Like the Night Eye Death was sad, and this one like it's a little more like energetic sad. Like kind of not like I keep saying grunge. Grunge isn't like grunge rock is not like the right way to say it. It's more of like just like rock, you know? But you think it's a C? Okay, yeah, like I said, opinions are gonna vary a lot on these. And I'll organize them better afterward. I'll like move them around and stuff based on how I feel about them. But yeah. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're on 7. Okay. Ending 7. We have Shout Baby by, oh god, Ryokushoko Shakai. I'm so sorry. I butchered that one. This outro. I love this outro. And I like it for a lot of reasons. The song is really good. Okay, song is really good on this outro. It's sung beautifully. I don't know. I don't listen to Japanese singers often, but like this band sounds excellent. The woman singing does a really good job. But the reason that this outro is so good is the pictures, and it's not just any pictures they show in this. We see All Might winning the sports festival. That's so cool. You see him getting the medal, and he's all beat up, and he's getting the medal. You see Mirko, like, as a student in, like, gym class playing dodgeball or something. That is so cool. They even, in this picture, it's got to be hard for you guys to see, but they even tease Shirakumo, like, well before he's even mentioned. Like, and I'm pretty sure this came out before he's even mentioned in the manga, because Shirakumo's mentioned first in Vigilantes, I believe. And I think that's when they put him in this outro, which is super cool. Most people won't know that at this point because it's like time, you know. But like the little visual Easter eggs in this are so good, and they reward people who read the manga and look for small details. And I really appreciate that. I think that's really sick. Overall, just a really like good outro, really good song, really good visuals. Everyone's like S tier then. I would put this probably at the top of A. I'll order this later. But I'd probably put this at the top of A. It's a really good outro. I think S is reserved for the exceptional ones. And I can't say this one's exceptional, but I think it's great. So that's the artist that made ending 7 of My Hero Academia and the second ending of Yashahime. Okay. I actually didn't know that. Ending 7 for A, because I like seeing All Might's generation of the past, sports festival. Yeah. I mean, no, if you think about it, like, That's not All Might's generation. You're saying like all generations because All Might's old. He's like 50 something, right? So if that had to have been like 30 years something years ago that he won that sports festival because he would have been in his teens. Um, so that's just like crazy to think about. Like that's a photo from like the 80s. Weird to think about that. And then Mirko, she's a lot younger. She's only like, I think in the anime she's like 30, right? Or like 29, 28. So hers would have been, 10 or so years ago. Yeah, the Toya that Toya wasn't there. Oh no, not Toya. I'm thinking of Hagakure. Not Hagakure. I can't remember her name. That girl sucks blood. Why can't I remember her name? Toga. Yeah, Toga had Easter eggs in there. Yeah. Toga, yeah. I know. I got it eventually. All right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're on opening 8. We're getting there. All right. Opening 8. Let's see. So it'd be opening 8. Was that the first? That was the first of season 5, right? Yeah, it had to be. Wait, right? Is that right? Wait, was opening? Hold up, I'm confused now. Is Ashiato the next one? No, wait, hold on. Yeah, it has to be Ashiato. Okay. All right. Ending number 8. Ashiato, sung by the Peggies. All right, this one, I'll be honest, this is not the craziest, outro ever. I think it's a good song. I think visuals are pretty solid. I do kind of like there's a story to it where it's like the students are getting ready for a birthday party, which is really cute. They're going to the store, they're getting supplies, and I do like the subtle reference to, I don't know if this is like intentional or not, but they had the 3 girls, Mina, Jiro, and Uraka, I think. And then the boys were Kirishima, Denki, and Deku. I don't know if that was like a reference to like the shipping people do, because those are the pairings, but like that was kind of cute. Visually, I think it's fine. The song is okay. I'd probably put this at like the bottom of B tier. There's nothing really remarkable about this intro or outro, and there's nothing else in B tier to like rank it with right now. But let's just. I think this is actually going to be alone in B tier. Looking at the rest of them here, but yeah, I think it's just okay. It's just fine. Like there's nothing bad or great about it. Yeah, I think most people are in agreement. This one's pretty much a B tier. It's fine. It's inoffensive. It gets the job done, and it's kind of cute. So yeah, B tier. B tier seems fitting. What do you guys think? Seems a lot of people think B as well. You don't even remember that ending? I can't really blame you. It's kind of forgettable. But yeah, I feel weird not having much to say about that one, but here we are. Here we go. Now we're getting to ending 9. If there was an F tier, I'd put it there. Worst outro of the entire series. This one's called Uso Janai by Tsuyoshi Sakiyama. Where do I begin with this outro? It puts me to sleep. Visually, nothing is happening. It's just them sitting, or there's raindrops on the floor, or there's a bird flying through the streets. It's like, come on, what is going on here? Why is this so depressing? And like the music is just so like Like, if I want to go to sleep one night, I throw this ending on. Put me right to sleep, quick. I just, the only thing, the one thing this outro has is the foreshadowing of Hawks with the Endeavor plush. That is it. I don't know why they really put it here. I guess kind of, because Hawks is making his, like, well, Hawks is sort of, like, prevalent during the story at this point, but that's about it. Like, the rest is so boring. I don't even care if it's showing Class 1A students hanging out in the dorms and stuff. It's just like, nothing's happening. The song puts him to sleep. It's by far the worst outro of the entire series. And I don't care what anyone says. It seems like everyone's kind of agreeing, though. Like, yeah. So, that is ending 9. Oh, God. It's pretty bad. If there was an F tier, I would greatly consider putting it in F tier. That's how much I think it sucks. Let me see what the chat says. Apparently the lyrics were made for Shigaraki, not Hawks. I don't know about that. Gotta clear my throat out. I'm like, there's so much talking. Should get some more to drink. Hold up. Okay. 2 more outros. Thankfully, we're ending on a high note here, because, yeah, these outros are fucking great. Let's see what the comments are saying. It's weak sauce? Yeah, it is. It's legitimately weak sauce. It's so lame. But thankfully, season 6, oh my god, have they given us the goods. Let's dive into those now. Okay, ending 11. We have Sketch. This one's almost like cheating, because it's technically not just one outro. Sketch changes as the season goes on. Like, majority of it stays the same, but there's a section kind of just past halfway near the endish that they reserve for, like, swap out, like, scenes based on the episode that happened beforehand. And I can't believe this is the only outro to ever do this in the entire series, but it's such a cool idea. There is the scene where Toga and Twice she's like wrapping him up with a handkerchief, and then he disappears. There is the scene with Dobby. Well, not Dobby, but him as a kid, Toya. Let's see what else is there. You might have to help me out, but basically, like, this outro, visually, it's so good. It feels like a movie. I don't know if it's because they put the film grain over it, but, like, it looks so good. It just beautiful. And then there's like, everyone is a still, and then you get Uraka, who breaks character and breaks out of the still to turn around. It's so good. The music is great. It's so excellent. It's just such a good outro. This is definitely S tier. I agree with my chat right now. Definitely S tier, without doubt. Like, it's so good. Even if they didn't have special outro scenes that changed, it would still be S tier. But the fact that it does, again, it's almost like cheating. It's like multiple outros. It just adds so much uniqueness to it. And oh god, it's just I'm like talking myself into putting this one like high. Like, I'll order these again when I finish this up, but oh, it's great. It's effing great, man. Let's see what the chat's saying. Sketch changing makes it better. I mean, it was already like I said, I would like put it S tier, even if it didn't change. I give ending 8 an S. Which one was ending 8 again? Is it this one? The billboard one? High A or S. Sketch is beautiful, and I love all the versions of it. Yeah, I mean, I put it S personally. I geek out over it. I think the beats of the song are so good, and then like the way it shows like Aizawa and Present Mike standing behind Midnight. Just it's so beautiful, man. Ah, good stuff. And now we move on to the final outro, the last one that we've had at the time of this recording. Outro 11, titled Kitakaze. All right. If you guys have noticed a similar trend on this list so far, I really like Class 1A. Duh. If you guys watch my channel, you know I love them. And I'm a sucker for nostalgia. And this outro makes me feel things that I haven't felt since this one up here, the very first one. And it's because you see the scrawny Deku, and it just like this outro where he's running for the star in the distance, and this outro he once again is continuously running. He stumbles, but he gets back up. It's a callback for sure to the first outro, and you see his journey thus far, but you don't just see the journey thus far. You see it literally from his perspective, like his own eyes. So they redraw all these different scenes, like that have happened throughout the whole series. But it's literally from his perspective, like you're on the streets, like seeing these moments through his eyes. That's so good. That is so good. And the music, mwah, it fits so well. And then it ends with like Class 1A all grouping up with him, saying, "Hey, we got your back, homie. Got your back." Love it. Freaking love it. S tier. Easy. And I guess we'll dive into this now, ranking these in order. This is my new favorite outro of all time for the series. That's definitely goes in the top right there. Then I would put this at the very end. Between Sketch and OP1, it's really close. I'm gonna go Sketch. I'm gonna go Sketch at number 2. The fact that we got these two outros in the same season, it's almost unfair. Like, we're being spoiled. These two are so good. And again, I have my own biases. I have things that I like. This is not a factual tier list. It's opinionated, right? And I'll be honest, looking at it now, I'm surprised to have so many ranked so highly, and so few ranked so low. Wow. All these 4 up here, I love them to death. These 4 I greatly enjoy, for different reasons. Let's see, how would I rank these ones? I think I would keep this one at the top of A, and then I would put, let's go this order. I think this is the order I would put all the ones in A tier. Again, I know I'm going to get some flack for putting the alternate universe fantasy one so low. It's still A tier. I still think highly of this outro, so don't shoot me with too many arrows. But I'm very happy with this list. I'm very satisfied. I think this is a proper representation of how I feel about all the outros. I might be going easier on the outros because they are outros and they have more liberty to kind of like be what they want to be. Only 2 really commit a sin of being like wrong place, wrong time, or just bad. This one, it comes after way too many hype, intense, depressing episodes to be so damn happy. It doesn't fit. I want to put it down here with this, but I can't, just because this one's so bad. This one is like, as much greatness as we get in My Hero Academia, this is one of the few things I would actually call dog shit. It is like, dude, this one is just, it puts me to sleep, man. It's so bad. And the visuals are just like so blah. I understand someone made that in the studio and they're like, this is beautiful. It's great. I love it. But not me. And this one's not like in a nutshell bad, but the fact that it comes after so like it does not fit where they put it in the series. It just doesn't. And this one's just fine. It's kind of meh. I think, like I said, if there was other ones occupying B tier, it'd definitely be bottom of B tier, borderline top of C. But it's just kind of like, it's cute, you know, it's fine. But these are all great. I love these so much. These two are so good, man. Sketch, like, I almost like want to put Sketch above it because I think Sketch is really beautiful. But I do like this one more. I do like Ending 11 more. But just know I really think highly of Sketch. I think Sketch is great. And then you guys know my opinion about these two, Long Hope Philia and The Heroes. Is that what the first one's called? Heroes. Yeah. So yeah, that'll do it for my ranking of the endings of My Hero Academia. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you like more reactions, click down below, subscribe. And that ended my video recording. I know, a little product placement there to like, hey, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But just know that's going to be a video. So back to the chat. All right, I got to read a lot of these comments. I went on a rant there, so I missed a lot of comments. And the last one, I'm sure it's obvious or not, but you put an S, yep. Love the whole it's spoiling an upcoming episode, basically. I'd give the ending an 11 S, yeah. S, love the song. Wow, also S. This outro does both. Well, here we are. Look at this season, and this season didn't have a movie tie-in. Yeah, the quality's been exceptional. So, kind of funny how that works out, right? Like I kind of do believe that theory that like the movies do impact the anime. I think it's kind of because you're allocating resources at the end of the day. Like people who normally work on one are working on the other. So I do think that there is a correlation there. Feels so nostalgic. S for me especially due to the villain hunt's importance to Deku. Yep. I like ending 11 more than OP 11. Wow. That's a bold take. Because I think most people really, really, really love OP 11. Season 6 Cur 2 just had love letter OP and endings alike. Yep, it did. Ending 6's endings are just brilliant, or just built different, man. Yeah, they are. I mean, they really are. Especially the Shitty Hawks one, Rotten Hell. Carl, I'm surprised Carl is that on board with me about that. When you look at these, like, bro, you compare this to these ones? Like, are you kidding me? It's just like night and day. I mean, look at the vibrancy, the energy of these ones too. Like, and they just get this slumberfest, this NyQuil-inducing coma of a ending. Ugh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it's not butter. Ending 11 song. I don't know if all the movies are just part of the anime. The story, yeah. I mean, like, there's a whole debate whether they're canon or not. Technically, we know that Two Heroes is canon for sure because of Star and Stripe, and I think Melissa was referenced at a certain point or something. But the only thing I remember is the Dobby shot. Yeah, it's the only part that was like animated, which is funny. So yeah. How long have I been streaming for? Doesn't even say on here. Maybe it'll say on. Huh. Oh, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Cool. So what are you guys doing right now? What time is it where you're at? Carl, are you working your night shift yet? Feel free to ask any question you guys want. Now it's kind of time to chill. I guess I'll go wide screen. Put that down. There we go. Can move this over here now. Boom, boom. Okay. 6:26 LA time. Oh, you're the same time zone as me, Messi. I live in Southern California, which is where LA is technically. I'm about a 2-hour drive away from LA. Hi, Shadow. Yo, I jut. Oh, I just woke up. Yeah. It's 11:25 because I live in Brazil. 11:25 a.m., I assume. Can't be p.m. p.m. Oh, whoa. Whoa, wait, really? Brazil's only... No, there's no way Brazil's only 5 hours ahead of us. Time zone wise. Brazil. Oh, maybe. Huh, no, I'm thinking wrong. No, that's probably right. Hope the season ends with the Choco speech. It'll probably end. No, because the Stain stuff happens after, right? So the Stain talk with All Might will probably happen after that. It'll probably end with the teaser of Star and Stripe or like a setup. Maybe even like anime only stuff. Kind of hard to say, to be honest. 9 p.m. East Coast. Nice. What was I gonna say? So yeah, for Bulldoze, by the way, sorry for the wait on JoJo. I know you're a big JoJo fan, as many there's a few others in here too. I will get back to JoJo's very soon. I was just kind of doing some other stuff, so hopefully 326, 327 as an ending. Let me see what those are. Pull up Viz here. $326 is... I have subscription to Viz. Yeah, I could totally see that as an ending. 327. Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty fitting ending. 327. Because if you think about it, this is like right before... Let me see, what's 328? Oh, wait, no, I want 328 to be animated. That's the Stain, backstory about him in the prison and killing the creepy, like, womanizer guy and then, like, his backstory. Kind of hope that we get that in the season, not gonna lie. Oh, no, I think 328 is the way to end the season. That's a great cliffhanger. At least, like, tease it, you know? I think that's a possibility. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, we get a new chapter this week. Dude, the last chapter was so good. That was like the best chapter in a long time. I can't wait to see what Gentle does. Are we gonna do a new My Hero chapter this week? Yeah, this week we're getting one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I think we're scheduled to have one. So yeah. And then the episode is gonna be good too, because that's gonna be the Dobby backstory with Endeavor. And it's gonna be funny for me because I actually at the time I was super salty that we had 3 Dobby chapters back to back to back. Fun times. But if they do that all in one episode, yeah, I'm totally on board. I think it's a lot of content. That's good content. And yeah. We might get some 328, but they'll save Star for season 7. I think what they'll do is Silent is I think that they'll be like, oh, the American, like they'll show the American people like having a conference or something, and then they'll like maybe show Star like walking down a hall, getting ready to go on the jets or something, and then like end it there. I don't think they'll show any of the scene of her already on the plane, and like approaching Shigaraki. I could see it more of just like an anime only scene, just showing Star and Stripe, you know? I think that'd be cool. I could totally see that happening, and then save the season 7 premiere episode to start off with a bang with like that fight. I think that's like the best way to go about it, because the pacing so far for this arc has been pretty slow. I think in regards to like chapters per episode. So it's lending a lot to the people who are on my camp who think that like they won't try to force that into the season, or at least they shouldn't. So, Robert, any predictions? Um, yeah, I got a lot of predictions. I think that Gentle. Here's the thing: like, as much as I love what's going on in the UA building, we still have yet to start the Gigantomachia area. We've yet to start the Aoyama fight. I feel like there's so much stuff being left behind, and at this point, clearly, if we go to those locations, it'll be like prior to UA building falling. It'll be like something like that. Um, so I'm kind of curious, but predictions. I think that Gentle's gonna be awesome for another chapter, and it'll show him holding up the building, and then like clearly it ended with Nagant as the cliffhanger, with her like still bandaged up and stuff. So I think that we might get a bit of her perspective. Like maybe it'll show her like waking up from the hospital and finding out what's happening, and then like running out to go help or something. I do expect to see something from her perspective, kind of like we got a lot from Gentle, where like we got his thought process. Like I want to do anything to help Deku because he helped me. He's like, this is the least I could do. It'd be cool to get something like that from Nagant, but just like a different way, because Nagant's a different persona than Gentle is. Dude, it's that is like so crazy. If you ever told me that we'd be getting Gentle and Nagant helping Deku at the same time, like that's pretty hype. Like that's pretty amazing. Um, it's so cool because you have Gentle up close doing his bouncy trampoline to like hold up the building, and then you have Nagant freaking sniping from a distance. That's so cool. If we get Stain now, I'd be at this point. It'd be a little bit forced if he entered right here. Like they'd be like, okay, what are we just gonna have like Overhaul show up too, and like just a party of all these like second tier characters just all coming in to help. No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I do expect Stain to show up eventually though. Uh, I don't. I just expect it. I think it. I'm pretty sure it will happen because obviously, he's not. I mean, he's Stain, right? He's gonna like take action when all this shit's going down. The only question is where. We know he was in Camino, where Ida and Shoto currently are. So I think he'll show up there first. Him and Ida obviously have a past, so that'd be a great like full circle thing. Because shit, that happened way back in like what, chapter 50 or something, like the 50s, 40s, 50s. So that's a long ass time ago at this point. Over 300 chapters ago, those two had their like arc together. So that'd be really like bringing it back. Um, yeah, crazy. Um, yeah, I mean, I've been waiting for Mina and Kirishima to have their moment for a long time. I've been patient, you know. I can only hope that Mina's character arc comes full circle. Because if they give Shoji, if you think about it, if they gave Shoji his whole, like, all the spotlight they did, which, you know, granted, it wasn't a whole lot. It was like 3 or 4 chapters. But they gave him a lot. Like, they gave him a lot of character development and things we didn't know about him. And Mina has had, unlike Shoji, Mina's actually had some setup for her stuff to happen, right? Obviously, back she's tied with Kirishima's origin of what makes him tick. But we saw Mina freeze during the first arc, and not only that, but we have the Midnight Death kind of rolled into it now. So there's a lot of angles Horikoshi could go for it, and I'm very curious to see how he goes about it. I want to see her do something badass, and I want to see, like, it'd be nice to see her save Kirishima for once. I say for once, it's like it's happened multiple times, but no, really, he's only saved her once. But it'd be cool to see her save him. Because I think Kirishima's arc for the most part is pretty concluded. He became the guy who froze and didn't move to the guy who takes action and is willing to put his life on the line. So, barring him doing like a self-sacrifice thing like his hero did, Red Riot, I think not Red Riot, Crimson Riot. Barring him doing something like that where he like dies in the line of duty, I think Kirishima's arc is essentially done, barring anything left that happens with Mina, because I do think the two are kind of at the hip in regards to that. So, you want to know what happened to Gran Torino? I don't want to know. I don't care about Gran Torino. I liked Gran Torino well enough when he was the kooky master in season 2 and helped Deku. But for whatever reason, he became like way too much of a focus in various parts of the story. I just don't care about Gran Torino that much. Um, when is Deku versus Nagant? In the anime, it'll be probably another like 4 episodes from now. I'm not going to check the chapters right now. We still have a little bit to go through. We have the Todoroki backstory, and then we have Deku. We're going to have a little bit of Deku kind of doing his own rogue stuff first before then. So if I had to guess, at earliest, 3 more episodes from now, but it's probably going to be like 4 or 5. 4. I don't know how many episodes are even going to like dedicate to that fight, because it's like a few chapters long. I wish Koichi would show up. I still think I am very convinced that something is happening with Koichi, because, and I'm not just saying this as like a hopeful like Vigilantes fanatic, but like, why else will they keep showing the U.S. perspective? They've done it like 3 times now. They started off with Akbar arguing with the president, right? He's like, "Okay, we need to like send reinforcements. We need to attack now." President says no, and obviously this kind of served as a tie-in to Star and Stripe, how like it's about passing it forward to the next generation, and that's when like Bakugo died. That's where that started. But so there we get the foundation of like the president's leaning toward not taking action to holding everyone back. Later on, it's confirmed when the girl is on the weather report that the government decided that they're not sending anyone. Like they came to the decision they're not sending anyone. They're letting what happens in Japan happen in Japan. And then the weather girl says, is it true that the butterfly wings flapping in Australia can cause a tsunami in Texas or whatever? Like, is it true, like the butterfly effect? And she was saying that like the power of one person can change the world. And like they're like, whoa, you're going off script. Whatever, cut the line. Wait, she already said it. It's too late. Like she said that to a wide audience because this is like a national like broadcast, right? And then later, as like All For One and Uraraka and all these people are coming together, you get another shot of the weather girl. Like the flap of a wings in one place can cause it way else somewhere else. And you could argue that that was referring to like Uraraka, but they're right next to each other. So it's like, what I think she was stirring the US population to act. And I think that was a message to like anyone who wants to make a difference to go help regardless. And I'm going to be pissed if he doesn't show up at this point, because it's like, that means Koichi heard that and like didn't do anything. So at the very least, if he doesn't show up, I want an actual canon explanation as to why he didn't. But even then, I won't be satisfied. It'll be pretty bullshit. So at this point, I'm like actually expecting him to. But yeah, that's just me. So. The series can end during the manga's 10th anniversary. Very reliable guy. Maybe they showing US because it's for My Hero Shippuden? Maybe? I don't know. I guess it's possible. Yeah. I'd say this has been a pretty good stream. Maybe it's Koichi or Mr. Celebrity. I think they would come together. I think Captain Celebrity would be like carrying Koichi. My dream scenario, I've been like imagining this. This is how nerdy I am. Captain Celebrity flies in, right? And he's like in contact with the the U.S. pilots, and then like the U.S. pilots are like, "What are you doing here? Like you've been ordered to stay home," and they're like, and Captain Celebrity's like, "Well, I guess I'm a vigilante now," and then like. And he's like, Skycrawler, you ready? And he's like holding him down below him. He's like, ready. And then they do like a human missile thing. Because you know how Koichi can like blast himself off? Imagine Captain Celebrity's holding Koichi, and then he drops him, and then Koichi like launches like a rocket through his feet. Like that'd be like so cool. Because Captain Celebrity would like his own like human jet and just drop the missile, and like Koichi, I don't know. I'm just like imagining this shit, but like that'd be so cool. Yeah, well. Anyway, that's the hopeful part of me. I'm probably gonna be wrong, unfortunately, but you know, that's part of being a fan is being nerdy and theorizing and stuff like that. Hmm. Okay. I think the stream's gone on long enough today. I'm at 2 hours and 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Can't really tell. Hearing Koichi and experiencing JoJo is very strange. Yeah, I mean, one of the main characters in JoJo, this current part I'm on is Koichi, which is weird. I could see it happening. Silent. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the 7th anniversary stream. My goal was at least 2 hours, and I'm getting kind of hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some dinner, and then yeah, I didn't celebrate the 6th-year anniversary, so I thought I gotta do something for this one. And I made 2 videos out of it, so stay tuned for those. Those will be like edited and like cut down, and I'll like, you know, I'll put some music in the background, something fun, and so expect those to go up sometime this week. That's for like the mass population of YouTube. You guys were here for the background of that though, which is really cool. Give me your opinions live and stuff. The only reason I don't think they've done a Vigilantes adaptation is I think if they do one, it'll be after the main series is done. I think they'd rather just focus on getting that one out of the way and done than having a concurrent one. But I do think that Vigilantes has a pretty decent chance of getting adapted one day. I'm curious if it'd be Bones or if it'd be someone else though. I'd be really curious to like see someone else take My Hero and see what they do with it. Yeah. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you guys for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And yeah, 7 years. It's been a blast. And let's see if I can go with 7 more. Until next time, it's been MightyGazelle. Hoping you all have a